Featured on one of the earliest Dragon Quest collaboration banners, Dragonlord has had the honor of being put behind Orochi. But now he's an even bigger dragon, so Dragonlord's Trustmaster reward, his Super Trustmaster reward, can actually be strengthened through the current event, making it much better. But for the time being, it's just really no. Onto his active abilities. Fueled by Darkness is essentially the story we've seen on the Magic Swimsuit units, though its numbers are different. Sizzo has had its chaining changed to Boating Strike, but its modifier is so low that it's not going to be used for damage. And I'm just going to skip everything else if you don't mind. Draconic Dominance, now we're talking. It boosts his magic by 300%, his limit burst damage by 200%, his fire damage by 30%, and completely fills his limit burst gauge. Passives. With his Trustmaster reward or Super Trustmaster reward equipped, Dragonlord gains stats, especially magic. He deals increased damage to demons and stone-type enemies, meets half the boost to the max limit burst damage stat, and has a decent limit burst regen each turn. He prefers to carry a single weapon, and meets half the chain limit boost cap when doing so. His normal attack has changed to deal fire magic damage that lowers the enemy's fire resistance by 120%. He's also gained the Brave ability passive that raises the damage modifier of his magic attacks. Let's look at his limit burst. Wow, lots of status ailments. Clearly, this is very top tier. Time to change forms. Dragonlord's Brave Shift has a 4-turn duration and a 4-turn cooldown. Onto his active abilities. Fangs a Lot removes any evasion, boosts Dragonlord's accuracy by 200% for good measure, and deals non-elemental physical damage that scales off his magic stat and Chains of Boating Strike. Fiery Ruin deals fire magic damage that lowers the enemy's fire resistance by 130%, and Chains of Chaos Wave Awaken. Passives. With his Trustmaster reward or Super Trustmaster reward equipped, Dragonlord gains equipment magic when carrying a single weapon. His killers and innate limit burst damage remain the same, and most of his passive stats rise across the board. His magic stat particularly doesn't, but he gains the flat stats to more than make up for this. Onto his limit burst. It inflicts a 120% fire imperil and deals fire magic damage that gets stronger the second time you use it. That's rank Brave abilities. Raising them just raises their damage modifier, so I'd prioritize Fiery Ruin, Fangs a Lot, and then Evil Incarnate. Time to make a damage rotation. On turn 1, cast Draconic Dominance and triple cast Fueled by Darkness. On turn 2, activate his Brave Shift and use his Limit Burst. From here, quadruple cast Fiery Ruin. If his Limit Burst is ready, that takes priority. Interestingly, given Dragonlord's incredibly low Limit Burst cost, you might be lucky enough to just spam it. Alternatively, you can spam Fueled by Darkness twice to boost it even more. That will be for naught if you can't even use it before his Brave Shift wears off. Regardless, on turn 6, cast Super Channel Anger and triple cast Kafrizzo. Then quadruple cast Fueled by Darkness until his Brave Shift is ready. From here, repeat the rotation from turn 2. So, EX2? Dragonlord doesn't have any abilities locked behind additional EX Awakenings to speak of, and he's not a Super Limit Burster either. However, the current events also happen to give about 100 of his fragments, and it's kind of hard to turn that down. So how good is Dragonlord? With the power of a literal dragon by his side, Dragonlord asserts himself as a powerful fire magic damage dealer. He's not even locked to fire, as you can also imbue his fangs, letting him fit onto other teams if you feel like it. If you happen to have the leeway to boost Dragonlord's limit burst gauge fill rate, then you'll be able to really let loose, thanks to his low limit burst cost. Notably, the gap between his base form and his Brave Shift is really wide, especially since his base form can strengthen his Brave Shift even further. But I suppose it's hard to argue with a very big dragon. Thanks for watching, and if you liked this video, leave a like and subscribe. Comment below if you plan to Neo Vision Awaken Dragonlord. Rawr! Look at this big beast!